Hello, everyone, and welcome in. Hope everyone is doing well. Positive healing vibes to all the subscribers, the viewers, and the world out there. Today, we are looking into what's coming in next for the month of May. Now, in the month of May, we have a new moon on May 7th. We have a full moon on May 23rd, and that full moon is going to be in the sign of Sagittarius. So, through this energy, it's going to be a time to discover oneself and look for a deeper meaning or deeper purpose in the things that we do, in the things that we involve ourselves with. Another major alignment that's going to happen this month is Jupiter is going to enter the sign of Gemini. Now, with this alignment, it's going to push us again to think deeper on how we feel and how we communicate how we feel. So let's dive a little bit deeper into the energy. Again, guys, if you find the messages helpful, if it's resonating for you, please give it a thumbs up. Also, guys, if you like the vibe, how I interpret the cards, you're more than welcome to subscribe to the channel. Everyone's welcome here. And it does help to set intentions for future messages. So let's dive into the energy. So let's dive right into Scorpio's energy for the month of May. And let's see what is going to come out for you through this energy. Most important message here for Scorpio spirit. What do my Scorpion friends need to know? What do they need to see through this upcoming energy? Please and thank you. Temperance, Hanged Man, the Strength energy. It's like having patience with the process, like your perspective is changing, your life is changing. I definitely feel like there's major changes that are going on in your life right now at this time, Scorpio. And I really feel an energy of it's out of your control or it's out of your hands. Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, the Star energy. Queen of Wands, the Hierophant, the Magician. What I see coming out here, Scorpio, is you distracting yourself from ultimately the healing process. And I know it sounds so cliche, guys, when they say you gotta feel it to heal it. And that's something that a lot of people don't like to hear. But what they mean by that is you have to go through those emotions to really have a true understanding. And that's where the healing lies, is through the understanding, is through the awareness. Now, the energy surrounding you at this time, Scorpio, the Eight of Pentacles, it's like you're focusing on work, building wealth, but I feel like this ultimately is a way to distract you from what really needs to take place. Deep down inside, there's some core wounds that I feel like you're in the process of addressing, but by distracting yourself, Scorpio, it's kind of taking away from fully being able to heal. Now, for those of you that this is resonating for and with, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It just may be something that you don't want to hear or that's uncomfortable to hear. But I feel like this has to do with your ideology around relationships. So how I see this playing out, Scorpio, is relationships never really worked for you. So through that process, you became distant, your heart became hardened, and you closed yourself off from the world, buried yourself in your work. There's new opportunities, maybe new friendships that are developing into substantial relationships, and it's hard because It's like you don't want to go through this process of getting hurt again, letting down your guard and letting this person back in. You'd rather just be distracted by work. But here's the thing that I will say is, when we truly heal, we come to a better understanding within ourselves of what we do like, what we don't like, what we will accept in our life, what we won't accept into our life. It makes it a lot easier to set boundaries with people that aren't aligning with that vision, to allow people, places, and things that are in alignment with that vision to come in. And so when we go through this healing process, and yes, it's uncomfortable, yes, it's scary, it's not always rainbows and butterflies through that healing process, but the end result almost always is, unless you get hung up on the healing. I do feel like you are headed in a positive direction, Scorpio. You are headed in the right direction. But right now, I feel like you're trying to distract yourself. Okay? And just really addressing this head on is kind of the approach that needs to be taken at this time. And not so much with an aggressive approach, but more of with compassionate, kind, trying to understand type of an energy. Again, I do feel like you are headed in the right direction, and no matter what, Scorpio, you will come to this realization that the healing will be had. But if you can face this head on, really look at this directly, okay? And this is part of self-care. This is why people say self-care isn't always like facials and massages and body rubs and pleasing shopping trips, pleasing yourself. Sometimes it's sitting with the shadow aspect of ourself and really coming to terms with maybe how I was handling certain situations wasn't the most mature way to handle it. Even though there are people out there that have bad reactions, we're all human. I do feel like there is a more mature way to handle challenge, to handle obstacles. How do I know? Because I was once a person that didn't have the maturity to be able to control my emotions. And it's something that I'm still actively working on. So Scorpio, what's working in your favor is you have people that are on your side, people that are on your team that are helping guide you through this process, okay? And I also feel like you have this heightened sense of self-awareness that most people don't have, which is a positive thing, okay? Understand, Scorpio, that healing doesn't happen overnight. It's not like a one day, one and done type of deal. This is something that you actively work through over a period of time, and then eventually you get to this place where, that wasn't so bad. And maybe everything does happen for a reason. So what's next? The Hierophant with the Magician. It's up to you. You have to get clear now through this healing process, because I feel like there has been some changes that have occurred in your life to help to shift your perspective long term. So what is that? You have to sit down with yourself, Scorpio, and get clear on what that bigger picture vision looks like for you. And then what is in alignment with that? Okay, I do feel like you do want marriage. You do want a family. But again, it's just like your heart is hardened at this time, and it will soften through the process of healing. Okay, and not like you're going to become soft, but like you're going to be more in tune with your emotions. So the Magician. The Magician is the master manifester. This card talks about you having everything that you need in front of you to create the future, the destiny that you desire. You just have to get clear on what exactly that is, Scorpio, and take action. a little deeper than that. I feel like most of you already have a pretty clear picture of what it is that you want your life to look like. You're just having a hard time because these blockages keep coming up. These blockages come up because you're distracting yourself from healing. So it's time to face this head on. Not that you'll need a counselor. You will need some personal development tools. I recommend journaling. There's something that therapists will tell you about. It's called a brain dump. All these references I've referenced in other videos. I also recommend you verifying the information that I provide you in these videos. But I do feel here, Scorpio, that there is a need for you to get some tools to help you through this process. Okay, and realigning yourself with that bigger picture vision. So let's pull over your advice guidance moving forward. Thank you guys again for all the love and the support. For information on rituals, for ritual kits, for personal readings, it's all linked below in the description box. And if you found the message was helpful, if it's resonating for you, you can give it a thumbs up or comment below how it was helpful, how it was resonating. You never know how your story could help another person. Six of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords. So that Five of Pentacles energy is that hardened heart energy. It's that fear of getting hurt again. But on the same token, you want somebody to connect with on a deeper level. So be honest with yourself, Scorpio. The understanding that there's more than one way to handle a challenge, to handle adversity. You have to make that determination on how. It's easier to make that determination when we have a better understanding of ourselves and our emotions. That comes through healing. So, Scorpio, your lighted pathway oracle message coming out. Be honest. Confrontation is needed in this situation. Be true to yourself. Get straight to the point from which has led you to the current problem and solve it. Firstly, love yourself. Your existence is a beautiful blessing. Know how to deeply love your own self. You have a place to belong, people to vibe with, and finally, blossom to your best version. Get it all done. Only a few more steps and you will accomplish. Once finished, organize your ideas and plans. Immediately put them into practical work. Beautiful, beautiful. Scorpio, I feel like that's a good solid message coming out for you guys for the month of May. Thank you guys again for all the love and support. Hope the message was helpful, and I look forward to reading your cards again soon. Namaste.